Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Last we left off, we've cross-examined Eenie Miney a little bit. Well, quite a bit actually. We're convinced that she committed the murder, we just need to find a way to prove that she had a motive. Clearly her revenge for her sister is not a good route because she came up with a good counter-argument that she wouldn't have waited 6 months for this, which is a fair point. So now we gotta figure out a way to make this work. Let's see. Is it really true? About my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eenie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. But that's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know who's talking. Oh, wait, I think it's Von Karma. Oh, it is. Oh, oh, that's Maya. Oh, Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Inspiring words, Miss Von Karma. Inspiring words. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there somewhere. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? Well, I thought, you wanted to ask about, my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... whatever. That was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at my, sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard enough of this incident. All the talk of the tabloid shows day after day last year. Oh, that was not him thinking aloud. Whoops. I did the voice like he's thinking to himself. Yes, there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Oh! Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question your witness. The witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah. Which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Let's go. That was, last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was, May the 2nd, and, our accident was, on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was 'cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Miss Mimi Miney's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. No wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. Well, this is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway, I was totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and, like, it was a sea of flames all around me. And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I already got it. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. And that's why you were in the passenger seat? Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So, my sis was, like, giving me a ride home? I see. Phoenix. Yes, Mia? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. No, I already know it. I already know it. How can you say you didn't have your license? Remember, you had facial reconstruction surgery because underneath this plastic surgery, you are a burned, crippled mess. How did they do the facial reconstruction surgery? With your license photo. Excusez-moi, madame. Madame Liar. Can you explain this? Miss Miney, that was a very lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Marnie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Haughty, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And ha-ha! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What the? That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Mighty did not have a driver's license. Oh! Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would've, like, let me drive. Ow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Well, that's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be, like, mean. How many more times do I have to do this air bubbly like voice? It's like, oh my god, I hate it right now. I really do. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, big red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... You and me are in the same boat, Phoenix. Oh, trust me. If it weren't because of my job, where I have to go out and meet guests in cars, I would not know what a sedan is, what a Toyota, all those car brands, I would not know. This is a year of practice that I actually learned what the models are. Jesus Crivens. Anyway. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those, like, permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit. Oh, wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is? Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain, and, like, she would notice if someone had, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Oh, again, you and me on the same boat, Phoenix. Why even bother? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but... I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Marnie, what kind of car was it? She, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, just gotten it. It was, from the UK. A UK... So this is an imported car. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes. Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being the special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then. That's not my point, Your Honor. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was, a totally special model from England. Okay. I'm having a suspicious feeling of where this might be going. Only because they spout out that it's from England. I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it! Maybe we'll learn something new. Oh boy. So yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Well, let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to ours here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kinda goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That sleek shape, the wild way it starts, the raw feeling of manual transmission. Forgive me. Oh, her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Ooh. God. You know what? I think... Ooh. You know what? I think that reaction speaks volumes. I really do. That rambling sounded like that of a car nut. Someone who loves cars. Who have we established loves cars? Exactly. So why is she going on an enthusiastic rage? I have a sneaking suspicion about what's going on. Oh, boy, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, well, let's see how it plays out. Is she, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car? Was your sister good at driving? She was, totally awesome. She, said she was going to be the, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think I bumped my question off track again. So, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. And that was when the accident occurred, right? Yeah. I, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There is something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so, Mia? Believe. There's a path, I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. I think I know where to press. Right here. Or is it here? Okay, I have an idea. Because I remember what the article said. The article that she gave about, like, you know, about when she escaped. And I'm gonna be presenting it anyway, so I can easily show it to you guys. I don't want the gun. Wait, where's the article? Wait, no, seriously, where's the article? Is it this one? Oh, duh! Oh, I suck. Anyway, now remember, this is a car from the UK. And if you watch British shows or anything that took place in Britain, you know that they drive on the right side of a car, not like we do in the United States on the left side. So keep that in mind. They drive on the right side. There we go. Miss Eenie Miney's interview. Totally tired, dropped to sleep. Crashed and woke up in a sea of flames. Still have a slate, opened the right door and, like, got out. This is a British car. I just said that the British drive their cars on the right side. If Miss Eenie Miney got out through the right door, then she was the one who was driving. Objection! Miss Miney, do you remember this article? Huh? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left. That would be if they were in an American car. But it would be opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this, Mr. Wright? Miss Miney, you said you would escape using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. No! Order! Order! Oh! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eenie said that the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Eenie said, yes. But that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix? It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Oh, we're going down the road that I assumed. Mimi was driving, that is for sure. The answer is the one person who had a driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Exactly. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is, in actuality, Mimi Miney. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. Oh, but Mimi Miney, she
died in a car accident.
That's what everyone thought, yes. However, that was not the case.
Then the body they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? And that would be her motive right there. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Hey!
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would have been impossible, because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Eenie, I mean, Miss Von Karma!
Why did you say my name just now, Your Honor?
Looks like I've been unmasked.
Witness?
Yep. That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her own self to disappear. Because of this. The malpractice incident.
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients died in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo.
I'm sorry, mumbo-jumbo?
Becoming Eenie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all.
Well, I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan, and why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I am perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! Okay, I'm not gonna do all that, ow. Und one more for good measure! Dang. Phoenix! Hang there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Why did I make it sound like a man saying sham? Let me try that again. This court is a fraud! A sham! Okay, that was not much better, but whatever.
Now then, it looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Phoenix is not even in the picture.
That is all. Court is adjourned.
There we are. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent. I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. I really did like that picture. That picture was really, really nice. It really was. I'm not kidding. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please. I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan. That's Ami Faye, wrong person. I'm actually not sure, I'll be perfectly honest. Well, actually, it's not that complicated if I think about it. Why would Morgan want Maya out of the picture? Because she wants Pearl to become the next ruler of the Terrain family. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The branch family. My aunt. No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she was saying I thought so. She didn't want to believe it either. But even she knew.
Date and time unknown. Solitary confinement, cell number 13 at the detention center. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of career, child. I sacrificed it all just for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. In other words, we haven't heard the last of Morgan Fay yet. Not by a long shot. But that's neither here nor there, because we have just finished this episode. Next one will be Turnabout Big Turnabout? Yeah, Turnabout Big Top. Which we will do in the next episode, because this one ran a little bit longer since it was the ending, and I didn't want to cut off and then have just 6 minutes. So, bye everyone. I'll see you all on the next one, where we start off with, guess what? The circus. Oh boy, I don't like this chapter. I really don't. Oh boy.